can you talk about what the Oxford Cup is? And, what is that?
It's an institution. It's the most important thing that could ever happen in the industry. It's a passion of many of us at Colliers. It's a competitive hockey tournament held by Oxford, one of the largest asset managers for a pension fund in Ontario, and they have every year at York University, and now it's at York University for every year I've been in the industry, it's been played, and it is fiercely fought for. When they started it 30 years ago, it was more of you'd see guys drinking beer and smoking a cigar on the bench. Now it's everybody's played hockey at maybe a pro level, college level, and the lowest level would be AAA. Everybody's serious, it's good, they have coaches on the bench, so it's highly competitive, and
friends in the industry getting into scraps.
But
because of the passion,
I think people know that. I'm probably not going to repeat some of the stories on myself there, but
are you a champion?
Yes, I was. We won. I was 50 years old. We won it. Jim McIntosh was a year or two older than I. We're by far the two oldest guys on the ice at that time. And then Colliers has won it a couple times since, in which I've coached. Right. So I feel like I've got 3 championships under my belt, and we're looking forward to a pretty intense fall. There's emails out already on that.
It's like early November, right?
It's normally later November, but there's going to be 10 practices. If you're listening from the competition, you guys better get out there and get on it too. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Everybody has a good time after. Oxford is a fantastic host, and it's good for the industry. But it gets intense. Like everybody, when you're playing hockey,
is there suspicion that some groups will be like temporary hiring people? You like hire an NHL goalie.
So I know what you're alluding to.
Excluded, but
we were in the finals one year against one of our competitors, and the coaches are separated by a plexiglass panel that goes up 10 feet or so, and our competitor that year had a gentleman who'd played on the Leafs and some pro hockey and some American League hockey, and he'd actually played with our Thursday morning hockey that we played for 30 years. He was on the team, and he brought out a whole bunch of his buddies from the Ontario Senior League. That's a semi-pro league, I guess I'd call it. And they were all given one-day contracts. Everybody playing in it other than the goalies. So they were up 2-1 to us in the final. It's a little intense. I'm a little intense about hockey, and I'm a pretty competitive person. And their manager was laughing at me through the glass, and I kind of said, "Look, I don't think you're not really winning this yourself with a team of your own players. They're all signed." He goes, "1-day contract," and he was laughing. You weren't smart enough to think of that. So I leaped up over the boards, grabbed myself, and I pulled myself up over the plexiglass and jumped down. Now there's about 250 people watching from the industry watching this. And I think they were amazed that I could actually do that physically. And I dropped down on the other side. And as I dropped down, the manager is somebody I know quite well. And he's about a lot smaller than I am. And all I could think of is he just survived cancer and a heart attack in the last year. And I dropped down and felt like an idiot and told him, basically, I don't think what you're doing is fair. Walked out of the bench to the other side. But he told me later he was absolutely terrified of watching me. Thought his life was over.
Jump over the glass,
yeah.